Hi everyone, this is my conclusion video for the ASQ project. I interviewed a 54-month-old male child who I will call B for the purposes of confidentiality. As I was looking through his assessments and his development, I really could see how social work is really holistic in its nature. Biological, psychological, and social aspects are crucial for development. And even looking at the ASQ itself, each section seemed to point towards one of the three dimensions involved in the multidimensional framework. And so I feel like this project really solidified how important this theory is for practice in social work. I think that the ASQ is a great tool and it can be used in any community, and I think it can be used in my community. I know children here have delayed development and are prone to more barriers than strengths in this area. For example, some biological barriers are a predisposition to diabetes and obesity. Children here are born with fetal alcohol spectrum disorders, and so that impacts their biology and their psychology as well. They can be born with birth defects. On the psychological side, they can struggle with aggression and regulating any other kind of emotion. They can have mental retardation and other cognitive delays, and they can struggle with communication as well. And for the social aspect, I really think that it would be great to use here because families here are dysfunctional and families here live in poverty. So parents aren't able to provide a stable family system for their children, which is very important for their growth. And so I think that it would be a positive impact on my community if we had these to assess everyone here and provide intervention in order to overcome these barriers and work through the root causes of these barriers. As far as the interview goes, I really enjoyed the experience. I enjoyed spending time with B and his mom. The interview was conducted at his home, and so although he was a little nervous and shy at first, he gradually warmed up to answering my questions, and he did a good job overall. A couple of times, Mom went to another room to tend to things, and we noticed that whenever she left the room, B felt more confident to answer my questions and also engage in conversation with me about things that didn't have to do with the interview. So that was a really good positive, and Mom decided to stay in the other room for a large portion of the interview. And then when it was finished, she came back and we discussed the results and the conversations we had. And so that was a really good experience. I feel the most challenging part of this project was coming up with barriers for B because he has a lot more strengths than barriers in his life. I had to think about, okay, as he's developing, there will be barriers. What can they be? And where is he here in this environment? Can that impact him? And so I looked through those and I was able to come up with some barriers, a few, and also recommendations for how he and his parents can work with him to make sure that they don't negatively impact him later on. But overall, I had a really good experience. I am really thankful that this was an assignment. It took a lot of work, but I appreciate being able to take the theory and apply it and practice it with a pretend client. But it was a good experience, and I feel I was challenged in a lot of ways, and so I hope to carry this to my other classes and my internships in the future as well. Thank you.